Hello and welcome back to Game Chat. It's me, Brunner. I got Elite here. I got Anthony here, and we are back. And you know what? We're gonna do this quick. So, Anthony, do you have something on your mind you want to kick us off?
Dude, I work from home, right? Mostly my job is working from home. Tuesday, I had to go in 'cause I had to train two new people, right? Two new people. So I'm like, all right, cool. Wash my clothes, got a haircut, shaved. Went in around 8,
You
right?
must have
I
missed
got
a
there.
spot if you shaved, dude.
Yeah, I know. Look at this. This is horrible.
Audio listeners, Anthony has a full
This
beard
looks
right
like
now.
Bruno. You know what this looks like? Sports cuts. Looks like sports cuts work.
Yeah, but you got the massage on the head, dude. At least you got the massage at the sports car.
Yeah, you get the MVP package. You get the whole MVP package. But you know what? We're gonna ignore that. But anyway, Tuesday, I gotta train two people. I go in, right? It's like 8:50 now. No one's here. I'm like, all right, cool. 9 o'clock hits. I'm like, they're gonna send them in my office. All right, nobody. 9:15. I'm like, okay, something's going up. 9:30. I'm like, what the? I go to my manager. Turns out these never showed up. Right. So it's like, if you were the manager, you would fire them both instantly, right? Elite.
Yes,
Yeah,
in ordinary circumstances, but not in today's world.
Yeah, exactly. But not in today's world. So of course they give him a second chance because we can't be firing people like easily. Um, Came in the next day. One of the dudes was like a brain dead idiot, dude. Like he just looked like, when I'm talking about like dressed up ghetto. Like he looked like baggy clothes. Like looked like it hasn't been washed. You know, like the fly. He came in with the flies. He looks like a cartoon. Like he was about 23, but he looked like a cartoon homeless man. That's like the color of the clothes I could best describe. The cartoon homeless man. And I mean, it was just annoying having to come in 2 days just for this brain dead. You know what I mean? And like
Mm.
his eyes were all red, dude. I'm not even kidding you. His eyes were like bloodshot red too.
Is he still there?
He is still there.
So you did
Can
a
you
good
believe
job
that?
training him.
I do a good job. They're like, you know what? Get me the best of the best, right? But that's horrendous work ethic. You know, like I feel like nowadays the work ethic's just been.
There is no work ethic anymore. That's the key. Is that, dude? It's like I have a policy. Like, so if I make an appointment with somebody or whatever, and they porch me or they show up late. Like the other day, I went to a dude's house. Dude's a multimillionaire. I ring the doorbell. I'm there. I'm there 5 minutes early, like I always am for every appointment. You know what I'm saying? Right on time, sitting in the parking lot, sitting in his driveway for 5 minutes. I walk up exactly at 11 o'clock. Ding dong, ding dong. No answer. Ding dong, ding dong. 11:02. I walk back to my car, get in my car. He catches me as I'm pulling out of the driveway. He's like, whoa, 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 you got to give somebody a minute. I'm like, dude, I gave you 2 minutes.
You guys looking at your mind burner?
yeah. I'm glad you guys brought up work ethic because there's some video game news that I've been wanting to talk about, and it involves Halo. Halo Infinite has recently announced that they are no longer going to be supporting split screen co-op classic mode that they've had for the longest time. And another thing too is that Halo Infinite is supposed to be a live service game, meaning that they're going to add on stuff like throughout the years, like a Fortnite or whatever. How, stuff's being added onto it. But in 1 year, they've only added 2 maps, and the game came out bone dry as it is. I mean, Anthony and Josh can tell you because they probably played more Halo Infinite than me. And just to give you a reference, when Halo 2 came out, the game was polished, everything was working and stuff like that. And 238 days after the game released, they launched the multiplayer map pack that included 9 maps. And Halo Infinite has been out for 307 days, and they've only added 2 maps and taken a classic mode out. And we're still
So
waiting on Forge.
I wonder if that's more of a situation, though, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know anybody who really plays Infinite. I think it's a dead
Lazy
game.
fucks.
It's
Let me tell you,
it's
Elite.
Hmm?
Dude, anyone that's been a Halo fan and anyone that's listening to this knows you gotta have assassinations in Halo. And like, what's the one thing? It came out December 8th, my birthday. What's the one thing I was looking forward to doing on my birthday, and to online people at least? It's doing assassinations. Lazy couldn't even put that in. Lazy only do 2 maps in. What is going on with the Halo community, everybody? Xbox
Yeah.
fans should be outrageous from this. I'm surprised they're not calling for their heads more. They probably are, because I haven't read into this, but they should. I hope they are.
Hmm. I guess
Yeah.
I just
I
never
mean,
been a Halo fan, so I never was a big Halo guy. So it's to me is
yeah. I mean, well,
I
you bring
think
up the point. You're like, oh, nobody I know, plays Halo because they were expecting a lot from Halo Infinite, and when they realize there's absolutely nothing in the game, then they're like, why am I going to play this? Because it's
well,
missing almost everything.
it's weird. I think you fall into camps, and it is like for me, like I think that I'm a Call of Duty person. So for me, I play Call of Duty, and then I think you fall into camps. Like it used to be Gears of War was Anthony's game. Like he was a Gears of War
Still is,
nut,
but I mean, just waiting for Gear
and
6 to come out.
I think you fall into like kind of little camps, and then we had Sean was big into Battlefield, and I think you fall into a camp of which game you like. And I'm new back in the day. Halo was the shit. Like when it first came out, and you could do like LAN parties and hook up multiple Xboxes and play together. That was the shit. But I haven't played that since probably Halo 1, to be honest with you. I mean, I have Master Chief downloaded, but I don't think I've ever played it.
Yeah, I think
It's
just
good. Master Chief Edition's really good. If you haven't played it before, give it a chance. Really good. I was a big Halo fan. Still am. That's why I'm really disappointed. Like Brunner said, ask me and Josh. Really disappointed with it. I find myself going back to play Master Chief Edition more because I can just play my Halo Reach and Halo
Mm-hmm.
3 and 4 there. So that's just me though. That's just me personally. But I mean, am I gonna knock on the wood and say like Halo is a terrible franchise overall? No, but they need to just make a new game and move on with
yeah.
Infinite because
Ever since 343 took over, which is
yeah,
the current Halo developer, because back then it used to be
well, Halo
Bungie,
4 was good.
and then but when Bungie sold it to Microsoft, they went out to do their own thing, and they made Destiny, which is popular. Some people have gripes with it, but still, Destiny's pretty
Pretty
like
popular.
even Destiny 2, like it's very
Yeah.
popular. Just like the people like Epic Games, Epic Games from Fortnite now, but Epic Games were the people who created the first Gears of War 3 games. And I
Hmm.
think Judgment, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, but again, when they took the buyout, then they went to do their own thing.
People Can't Fly and Epic Games made Judgment, and then Gears Ultimate was their last one, which is the remastered of Gears 1. Gears 4 was made by the new people,
Yeah, the
and
coalition
Gears
is what they
5
call
is
it.
the
Yes.
same, and Gears Tactics, and that's a different video. We gotta have Josh on for rants
Yeah.
on Gears. That's the
But
title of that video, rants on Gears. It's crazy how Epic, was pushing Gears, and then all of a sudden they see a cash cow in Fortnite, and they're like, Gears, sell it, focus on Fortnite, which is the smartest move they could ever make. I'm not bashing on them, saying like
It
that's a
just
stupid move.
it blows my mind because it has to cost them major money to get like the names for the skins that they're getting. Like to go out there and get like Indiana Jones or Star Wars or Marvel characters. I mean, that's got to be massive, massive money. Because the play of it, to be honest with you, I still love PUBG over Fortnite. I think that PUBG is a better game, but Fortnite runs better. Does that make sense? Like I like the concept of PUBG better than I do Fortnite. But the no build part of Fortnite I do enjoy. It's been so weird. It's like just weird because I haven't turned the Xbox on since we got the puppy, so I haven't played like Xbox at all in probably
You
two and a
sure?
half weeks. Yeah, and it's like so weird to me because it was just like I feel like I'm so distant from it already. You know, just weird.
Gotta get on Elite.
I guess
Yeah,
so
I love it. Yeah.
I know
yeah,
2K already dropped. So Jackson playing 2K. He says it's fucking awesome. And I played one game of Madden, and I was like, we already had that conversation. And then Call of Duty's coming out like in like 2-3 weeks.
November.
The new Call of Duty was going to come. No, October.
Since you guys bring up Call of Duty, Jim Ryan of Sony has called out Microsoft's Phil Spencer for the whole Call of Duty situation. So if you don't know, for the people who don't know, listening or watching, uh, Microsoft bought out Activision, and Activision is one of the people who make Call of Duty. PlayStation's Xbox's Call of Duty offer was inadequate on many levels, according to Sony CEO Jim Ryan. Yeah, right here. Ryan says the offer was inadequate. It says the current deal between Sony and Activision Blizzard is believed to cover the next 3 releases, including this year's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And he said this, Jim Ryan, head of Sony, he said, I hadn't intended to comment on what I understood to be a private business discussion, but I feel I need to set the record straight because Phil Spencer, who CEO of Microsoft, I mean, not Microsoft, Xbox, brought this into the public forums. Microsoft has only offered Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take account of the impact on our gamers. We want to guarantee PlayStation's gamers to continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft proposals undermine this principle, which I find interesting because it came out publicly that Sony will pay other third-party game developers. They'll pay them money not to put their game on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, I was about to say Sony was a to
So
them.
if you think that's inadequate and unfair, bro, you're paying other people not to put their games on Game Pass.
It's inadequate and unprofessional. I still can't get a PS5. I mean, how long have they been out? And I still can't get one. I should be able at this point just to walk in a store. I literally can walk in and buy an Xbox Series X right now.
Come down here, there's a pawn shop that has one.
I'm sure there is,
There's
man.
a pawn shop,
But
yeah.
but my point is, you should literally be able at this point to be able to walk in a store and get one. And they already had to change the chip in it. They had to change the chip in it because they had a problem getting chips. So it's not even as good as the original PS5. So they want to talk about inadequate. That's inadequate, in my opinion. But
I mean, PlayStation users alone are just rude.
Yo,
so
easy now.
They would they would always show off every time the Call of Duty came out. They would always show off and like rub it in our faces. Oh, we're playing it a month early. You know, we're doing the Easter eggs
there's
early.
like skins or DLCs specific to them or maps for PlayStation.
And then Arizona Stadium, I always have history there because that's where I saw WrestleMania too. WrestleMania 26, where I saw Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker for the last match. You know, some other good matches there. I also saw it in Phoenix. I think it's pretty good.
I never
stadium.
saw a WrestleMania. I would like to see a WrestleMania just for the hype of it. I've never seen
It's in
one.
LA.
I have seen the next day show, like whatever they call it, the Monday Night Raw, where it's like kind of the catch up
Raw
game one. And yeah, so I saw them when they were at the Boston Garden, the year they were at TD Bank. I saw that one, and then it's just still kind of cool because everybody's in town. But WrestleMania, you never know who's going to show up for WrestleMania. Like it's the coolest. Like I've been watching a lot of WWE, WWF clips lately. I don't know, for some reason, we're watching a ton of YouTubes of them. There's this guy called, his channel's WWL. I don't know if you ever know who that guy is. And he starts off with the Undertaker ring. Ding! It's kind of cool. But he was doing this really, really cool greatest surprise guest at WrestleManias. And I was like, oh, yeah. And it was the greatest one ever that I've ever seen is when the New Day came out. And then they introduced the Hardy Boys. And the Hardy Boys came out and they won the belt back. And it was like Fat Jeff Hardy. And so it was like,
I don't know, man.
So cool. That was a good one, dude.
I think the Cody Rhodes one takes it. Have you
I
seen that
don't
one? The
know.
latest one?
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
watch that one. Cody Rhodes comes back to WWE. It was huge pop. My friend Postman, was there, and he has a good video on it.
I mean, that was cool. It just there's some of them that are just like so iconic to me. Like I thought that was really iconic. I thought I saw one the other day and I was like, oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Do you remember when um, Dude Love was supposed to fight Triple H?
Yeah,
And he said, and then he interviewed Dude Love's like, I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm about love. I'm about love. But I know somebody who can. He's got a special kind of man. And Mankind came out, and then he's like, Mankind. And then all of a sudden they said, no, it's Cactus Jack. And Cactus Jack came to the first time to WWE, and he came out and beat the shit out of Triple H. I was like, yeah, that was awesome, dude. Everybody started
yeah,
in WWE. Everybody started chanting ECW, ECW.
yeah. You get those special moments that you'll never
I
forget
thought that was
when
so
you go
cool.
to. Thank you everyone for watching the whole thing. It was a pretty good conversation. Check out the socials. Check out the edits. Check out the shorts now on YouTube now. I'm really popping off. So check out the Instas Game Chat Pod. Thank you, Brunner, for the edits and everything. We love Brunner. Thank you, Elite, for showing up and for showing up. How rude. All right. Thank you, Elite.
Hey,
Everybody loves
some
Elite.
people don't show up, but hey, you know what? That's just me.
Whoa. I think, watch out.
Oh.
All right. We'll leave it on that note. Thank you, everybody, and we'll have a great day.